wait a little bit so I see either the comments or other type of stuff. No, I'm not quite sure if I did I put the stream on right? Because now I'm kind of unsure if the stream is correctly. If I did I change the settings? Okay, now no, never mind. The chat is going on. I for a second thought that maybe I kind of had the wrong settings because I usually don't stream from my phone, so I was a little bit surprised. Hi Swift. Hi. How are you all doing today? Today's Sunday, right? Yeah. Sick. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you guys. I'm doing good. I think I think no, I think generally I'm doing good. Nothing happened. That's the thing. Nothing happened, but I just kind of felt like talking. Like I did put a schedule for this week that we're gonna talk on on a Sunday. I couldn't decide on what exactly, but for the past few days, I've been like going like through a lot of emotions. So I was like, you know what? I might as well talk kind of from my own perspective how I've been feeling because I do always do like mental health streams and stuff like that, and I thought you know, maybe might as well kind of share my perspective on things because I feel like sometimes people think that like people sometimes say like I wish could be like confident like you and stuff like that, and it's kind of like I think I appear in a different light sometimes. However, I think it's also good to maybe once in a while, because I usually don't always I usually don't like talking about this stuff, but I just like been like very overwhelmed lately to the point of I was like, why not share it at this point? Because like um I don't know, I think maybe personally like for other people, I guess kind of a reminder that I guess that no matter who I cannot talk at all. That no matter basically where you are at your point in life, that we all go through our own struggles basically, and you know, and we all have our breaking points, I think, maybe, you know, but that's not a bad thing, right? That's like that's a good thing, right? Because like that's a part of life, so can't really like you can't just simply deny the part of your life where maybe things don't go the way you want to, or just like um overwhelming. Because I think yeah, no, yeah, no shit. I also wake up sometimes and I think I just don't want to do anything at all. Like sometimes I'm gonna be honest, that's what I mean when I'm saying like how that's why I named the stream how I'm feeling lately. It's because it's because wait, I forgot what I want to say now because I got distracted a little bit. I got distracted a little bit. I completely lost what I was talking about there for a second. Well, basically, either way, why did I just forget what I was talking about? I literally don't know why I forgot. What did I say? I forgot. I was so good at talking right now. Now just like it's just like it's not in my head anymore. Um, I want to sneeze. Oh, my bad. Bless you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Basically, what I was saying is that because even now I notice that it still kind of affects me. Um, because like usually I don't talk about this type of stuff because again I like to I like to keep my emotions under control. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been like to therapy like I've been going through therapy like for like 4 or 5 years because I've been working on myself a lot. I've been working on my things a lot. You know, um, one of those things I guess that when it comes to emotions, to the reason why I'm trying my best to control my emotions and what type of emotions I show publicly online, because um, emotions obviously are something that makes you feel vulnerable, but I think you should be careful like whom you show this vulnerability, you know um and basically when I was like working on my emotions and other stuff like that, the reason why I was doing this is because um the reason is because I was doing this because I grew up okay basically I grew up kind of in a household where I knew that if a person is gonna have like a bad day or if they're in a bad mood, um I knew like I was anxious because I knew that I'm also gonna have a bad day because whenever like this person would be like, maybe kind of upset or something, uh they would kind of let their frustrations out on other people, basically unable to control their emotions well, right? So, and kind of like when I grew up, I told myself that I don't want to be like this, and that made me because like I never want to. I feel so weird talking about this literally like I guess on stream, but I think maybe it's not a bad thing, It's not a bad thing. I see people worried. You don't need to worry about me. I'm doing fine. I just wanna talk about things how I've been feeling lately, like on the honest side, And I'm not saying, guys, I'm feeling bad. I don't know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do, but I just felt like I think so much piled up over the past years that it's just like it's just exploding. But basically, what I was saying is that um that's a reason why in therapy I wanted to try my best to be able to control my emotions, um because I never want to let it out on other people. And I thought to myself that I want to be a better version of myself for my future friends, or just like I don't know, future partner, eventually future kids. Doesn't matter, but like basically I wanted to be like a better version for the people that are very close to me and important to me, right? Because I want to treat the people I love right, and I wanted to try my best to basically, you know, to not act on emotions. Because I know that we as humans, sometimes when we feel emotional, we say things we don't mean. And I try to avoid that the best I can because I'm trying to be very careful with my words every time. you know. And I mean, definitely compared to back then, I made some progress, definitely. Like, I made a lot of progress in therapy, that's for sure. um, yeah. So, you know, and I have to say another thing is that piled up, especially like as I talked about it a few times, just like for a few seconds or something. I think another thing is that all another thing is that since you know, the past year base, I think a year ago I started to get like more, you know, attention, and like, you know, more people started following me and watch my content, and I absolutely appreciate it, obviously. Like, I love it, right? um but at the same time, it affected my mental stability so bad, so bad. I literally remember I literally remember basically where I would have just like anxiety attacks, um to be completely honest, without any reason at all, but purely out of my overthinking. Because, like, you know, I would, back then I felt like I have to keep up with everything because people were drawing fan art for me, people were like, talking, you know, and people were complimenting me, and I was trying to keep up with that because I wanted to interact, you know, I wanted to keep up basically, right? And I think it also came to a point where you know, you just start basically sometimes see people maybe talk about you, you know, in the comments, and it doesn't, and that's the thing, those weren't even bad comments. When I would see people, I actually saw people talking good about me, you know, whether how I draw myself or maybe how I am, and like, and I think the reason why it set me such in a panic, you know, seeing how people praise me or something, I don't know how else to call it, because that's the thing. But I think seeing how seeing how people just, you know, again, it's a good thing people talk good about me and stuff like that in the comments. But I feel like, I guess it's like this feeling of people setting high expectations for me, and there are like so many people, and like we all have so many different expectations. And I think as a past people pleaser, um it just like felt overwhelming because I felt like there are like so many eyes towards me, and I have to be very careful, and like um I don't want it to basically upset anyone, and like it's just like so many overthinking thoughts basically, you know, to, you know, like what I post, how I post, what I draw, what I don't draw. And it's something basically that was blocking me for being creative, that kind of made me, you know, I mean, kind of obviously, when you start, I don't know, being anxious all the time, and that's the thing, when you start to think about what other people think, it it stops you from creating what's true to you. And that's the thing about it, because I would get anxious over everything, literally everything, you know. um hmm what is going on? Are people mean? Why are people mean? Because I didn't look at the chat for the past like 15 minutes I've been streaming. But see, that's what I mean. That's exactly that. I didn't see the comments until now, but honestly, again, I'm not surprised because of this. Cause that's basically exactly what the topic I'm talking about. Basically, you know. And I think it's kind of funny because through all the streams that I've been doing, the only stream where people are being super mean is exactly where I'm trying to show my vulnerable side. And, you know, it's not basically, I just know that basically it's not my job to teach people what basic respect is and what basic empathy is. Um, I'm not your parent, and other stuff like that. So basically, I don't know. I mean, it just tells me very much already about the people when they try to be the meanest when somebody's trying to be vulnerable. Because, like, that's exactly the moment where you're able to, you know. But basically, but like, that's what I mean. That's exactly the people that I'm talking about. That's that's something that used to like stress me out a lot, like a year ago. Um, you know, because obviously with good attention you also get bad attention, right? And it's just simply unrealistic to expect everyone to like you. And it's basically, it's like, it's not surprising that people maybe don't like me for any other reason, you know? Because like, you're not supposed to like everyone. Like, when you stay authentic, and you don't change for other people, you're able to find your type of people, right? And that's how we find our little groups. And you know, we have all so many different groups, and we find our own people, basically. So yeah, kind of like at some point you feel numb towards that, you know. Yeah, I know. I'm not really paying attention to the chat. Guys, the mods are still, it's like, it's just a lot, and I can't really control it from my phone. Usually I put the chat on like 1 minute timer, but from my phone I cannot really do that, unfortunately. So yeah, that's again, that's the internet thing, you know. When people are like, oh, people are so mean to me, and they're like, yeah, that's the internet for you, like, you know, like, why are you surprised? Yeah, no shit, that's the internet. That's like, it's very obvious that that's how it works, but like, people still have, like, you know, the right to be upset about it sometimes, because of that. So no, it's not surprising at all that people are like that. And I found my personal way how to deal with that, you know. Obviously also thankful to my friends, to my very 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 close friends that are like family to me, um because at some point, I think I was at a time in my life where I just kind of forgot how, I just forgot that basically whatever I see online is actually not important, and it does not benefit me in any type of way. It does not help me to create. It doesn't, like, it's just, by the end of the day, it's like empty words, right? um and why should I consume something that, you know, blocks me from creating, or, you know, getting better as a person, or like as an artist or whatever. So you start to filter out what you watch and what you don't watch, you know. um so yeah, that's the thing. you just have to but yeah, I will say, however, um I'm still gonna talk about things, because like at this point it's just like, that's why, that's the thing, that's why I didn't even look at the chat for for the first 15 minutes, because like I'm literally focusing on expressing myself, you know, not basically not basically what others are saying from my personal life though, you know, as a not like only as an artist, but like as a person being, right? um because I never do that, and that was kind of the first time I kind of wanted to maybe even show people the perspective that even I'm not doing so well sometimes. So like, it's not like I'm always doing well, even though I seem like I either have good tips or whatever there is, you know, like, no, I don't. I do have moments where I break down, where I just like tweak out basically, you know. And so basically, I think no matter at what point you're in your life, no matter how much better you got, you're still gonna have moments where you just feel like awful. But that's just like moments, right? That's like those little bumps on the road. So yeah. I do, again, I'm gonna say, do not worry about me. I am better. I'm better. I have to say, I'm better, thankfully, to the people that, again, close to me and that like support me, you know. So I don't know where I would be without them. And you know, it's kind of funny. Also, another thing that I kind of have to remind myself, basically, what back then, what I would like, again, overthink, like, you know, what people are saying and other stuff like that. I would remind myself basically that the only thing that actually matters, is that I have a roof over my head, I have food on the table, and I have a bed to sleep in, right? And as long as I have those things, it's okay. Cause like, that's something that I actually need to pay attention for, right? So that I can basically, you know, support myself, my loved ones too. Um, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying again. Kind of forgot, but um, so yeah, what are we talking about right now? Nothing specific, honestly. Just simply like, you know, since I always try to be like, um control my emotions, you know, and how do I say this? Like, I feel like I'm trying to be more emotionally stable, like obviously like on camera and stuff like that. But I felt like, you know, maybe showing a little different side would be nice, like once in a while for a change. You know. You know, I might be not the smartest, but like one thing that I do know is that there is like there is never something wrong with sharing love and forgiveness. And so like, yeah, that's the one thing I know for sure. it simply can't be it simply cannot be wrong to share love and, understanding of other people, and, you know so yeah. um and like, even though, but like, even though still, to, you know um basically, even though, I'm trying to gather my thoughts, to be honest, like, that's why, trying to boot the sentence correctly the way I wanted to, you know I think I do wish for the people that feel like they have to spread negativity online in order to feel better, um, to, eventually find, how do I say this? Like, I guess true happiness, because I think personally for me, I think, because like, if the source of your happiness, when you kind of have to take it away from other people in order to be happy, I don't think that's like a true source of happiness. I think a true source of happiness is when you actually, um just like, maybe, I don't know, it's different for everybody, but like, maybe love little things in life, and just like, love maybe spending time with yourself, to pursue your hobbies, pursue your goals, whatever it is, right? But simply like just enjoying life itself. Like, because I know life can be hard and rough. Again, that's why I'm talking about this. But it's still like, there's still a possibility of finding small little things that make you happy, because like, I feel childish sometimes, because because of the things that I like to enjoy. However, at some point, it's just like, but why does it matter, like, if this actually makes me like happy, why should, like, who cares at this point, the main point is that I'm happy and I'm experiencing happiness in that moment, because imagine if that would be the day, basically, that I die, and I said, you know what, I don't want to do this because this might be childish, and then there you go, I didn't have any fun in my last day. So like, that's what I mean. You need to cherish your life, because like, you never know what's gonna happen next. You literally generally never know what's gonna happen next, you know what I mean? So please remember that, um even if the world is cruel sometimes, or most of the times, honestly, do not stop sharing the love that you have within you, because there's still gonna be someone that needs to experience it, you know who knows, maybe okay, maybe I have an example, actually. I have like an example a little bit, like, when I basically go maybe to a store, and I don't know, I see a cashier, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I like the hair or the nails or whatever there is, and I do get nervous saying this, but but I have to push myself to say it, because I feel like I have to, because the person is glowing somehow. And when I do say it, it's like you see on their faces how they instantly, like, smile. And the reason why the reaction makes me feel warm is because I know how this feels, because I know when I'm working, and a customer maybe says that, maybe my outfit looks cute, for example, right? um I generally I get giggly. I get happy. It was a nice interaction that I got with another human being, and it was nice, and that generally makes me happy, right? So why not trying to do it like to other people too, There is nothing wrong with compliments. There is never something wrong with compliments, you know? I do want to say though, I do want to say though that I highly, I highly appreciate, I highly appreciate the people that share love, um, and are human, you know, and obviously also like in this case as of right now, um, are being nice to me. I appreciate it. As I said like 3 times before, please do not worry about me. I see people saying, Nirami, take a break, take a break. I'm not I'm not stressed out because of work, because I love working. Art is my passion. And obviously it gets stressful at times, obviously, but I have my goals I have my goals set up, and I'm gonna try everything I can in my power to make it true, so I can also make my future projects come true, you know? And I'm just not giving up about it. Even though I literally have days where I feel so stressed. Um, I had days, I had days where I felt so overwhelmed and I felt like I cannot breathe. To the point I felt like I just wanted to delete everything. Like just basically delete all my accounts and just like disappear so that nobody knows where I am. Obviously, I'm not gonna do that, but I'm just saying that the feeling felt so overwhelming to the point I felt like I have to hide. And in order to hide, I felt like the only solution is to basically delete everything and then be gone. So I'm not doing that, but I'm just saying. Um that's why you should not act on your emotions. That's what I meant in the beginning. And yeah, again, I don't want people to worry for me. I don't want people to worry for me because I just see people asking what happened, and like I feel like I might worry people for nothing, because like I'm doing good, I'm fine. Um, like it's not like I'm saying that I need help or something, like, hey guys, I've been feeling like this right now and I need help. I just wanted to talk, literally, generally, like simply to talk. That's it. No intention behind it, simply talking. I don't need a break. Thank you very much. I learned my ways on how to deal with, with things online. Um, I guess at this point as a big creator, I think, and I like there's so many things that I still don't know about, even though I feel like I should, you know. Um, but I've talked about this specific topic with my closed ones, because like yesterday specifically, I didn't like, I think it was the first time since like 5 years or something where I actually felt upset with myself, because I'm clumsy. I'm a clumsy person, and I was kind of getting upset at myself because I felt like I'm so far behind. I felt like I'm 25 years old and I'm not acting like it, and that it feels like I should know so many things by now, and I guess I just don't feel like, maybe it's like this, like, this, like, when we have this image of being an adult in our head, um and I think it's just like, for some reason I felt like, compared to other people, that I needed to just be more, um how do I forgot the word, I forgot the English word for it, anyway, basically, yeah. And I talked about this with my mom. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I just, like, I feel like I don't feel my age. I feel like I'm supposed to know much more, and that like, I feel like I'm childish, and I don't know how to fix that. And one thing that my mom did say, she said, like, same. She basically said that she feels the same way, you know. And I'm gonna be honest, that made me feel so much easier, because, like, I guess this was kind of realization for me, that the way I'm so clumsy, it's not something that maybe I'm probably gonna change. Like, it's something I literally, I've been going to therapy, and I was trying to find every flaw that I have, every flaw, and I was trying to work on it, because I wanted to be like the best version I can be of myself. Um, but one thing I'm just not able to control is being clumsy. That's literally one thing I cannot control. I've tried so many times, and, like, and again, and I guess that was kind of nice realization to know that probably no matter what age I'm gonna be, I'll never feel like an adult, or what you're supposed to be as an adult. I'm just gonna be myself, just myself. Like, so basically, yeah. Um, so I guess, don't worry about, don't worry if you feel like you're behind, or you're not mature. I remember the word now. If you're, like, not mature enough, because I feel like this a lot. But yeah, it doesn't have to be a bad thing necessarily. Obviously, I get fed up with that. I get fed up with it sometimes. Yes, yellow is my favorite color. I really appreciate it. Um, I appreciate that you remember that too. What the funny thing is? I don't know why, but I remember one time I told people that you can call me Nirami. Um, you can call me Nirami, but you can also call me V, because Nirami is more like my original character with the blue hair. Um, and I prefer to be called V sometimes, because it's just easier to separate the characters, right? And I kind of felt for some reason that I'm just gonna say it and it's gonna be, like, forgotten. However, to this day, I see people sometimes still calling me V instead of Nirami, and, like, I think I just sometimes forget that, that maybe there are some people that don't see me just as a creator, but, like, as a person still. So yeah, I do appreciate it. I appreciate the understanding. Um, yes. Funny, but I again forgot what I was talking about before. All right, the age thing. So yeah, the age thing. I'm just gonna be myself for the rest of my life, and some things are just simply a part of me, and they're never gonna change. And I might feel upset by this some days, like yesterday. I really didn't. I really was sick of myself yesterday because I was so sick of being so clumsy and so like forgetful and other type stuff like that. So yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. Hmm. I do like again, I'm gonna be completely honest. I do think since like yesterday was definitely yesterday, like specifically yesterday. But that I mean like one day, where just literally like I was like there were like one another reason why I also cried because of Arcane. I also cried because of Arcane, but besides that, I also like cried a lot because I was feeling very bad. So I've been mostly crying the whole day. Um, to the point my eyes felt like they were so swollen. you know? And I think maybe yesterday was just simply like my final breaking point, and I think I was able to let everything out I felt for the past year or something. You know, when you basically just you allow yourself um to not kind of hold it in anymore, and you basically like almost like a child. You just start crying like a child. You just like start to just like just simply letting it out, you know? And I think since I did that yesterday, um I kind of feel like maybe I'm not gonna be able to again build myself up into better version of myself. Because again, back then while I was still in therapy, whenever I would, again, I would try to control myself, like my emotions, I would try to control my emotions. And whenever I would slip up, right, and I would start to be emotional and like, because I'm very emotional, I'm a very emotional person. I just try to control it because I know how bad it can get. And I'm trying to take steps to avoid that and to have a control over myself, right? Um, and I, back then, when I was still learning how to do it, whenever I would like slip up and get very emotional and like anxious, I would be so upset with myself. I would be like really upset with myself. I would think to myself like, yeah, you were doing so great. You were doing such a good job for so long, and now you slipped up, and now we have to do everything again, which obviously not the case. I don't have to do everything again. It's just a simple slip up, a little bump on the road, but like it's okay. I can't, you can't just simply be controlling your emotions like a robot all the time. So, yeah, I do hope that this might make some people understand um that obviously, like any other person on this earth, any, I'm talking about everyone because that's just like a human part of us. That basically even I um have simply moments where I'm just like not myself, where I just start to, feel like a little child and just like acting stupid, I guess. Mm-mm-mm. So yes, I don't think yeah. I think the fact alone that I'm able to talk about this, because like a year ago I was scared I would never talk about this because like I was going through it, right? So like I was scared of talking about it because I thought that I should keep it all to myself and I have to figure it out, how to deal with that. Obviously, again, thankful with the help of my friends. I would have not done it alone, that's for sure. But I was able to find ways to keep my mental stability safe, right? Because I would start losing myself as a person. But now, the fact alone that I can talk about this, it's like it's something that passed. Do I think it's gonna happen again in the future? Yeah, maybe. Because everything can happen, right? But I don't think that's something that's gonna like break me down, you know? Yes, yes. Thank you. I appreciate the nice comments, guys. I really appreciate it. I do. You're so strong, girl. Thank you. I do tend to be critical of myself because I feel like I have to be like I have to show this like perfect image of myself all the time, you know, no slip ups, nothing. Um, but yeah, we should all embrace human emotion. It's fine. It's nothing bad. It should not be ashamed for it. You feel like crying? I allow you to cry. I allow you to cry. Go ahead, cry. Because I know sometimes we feel like maybe we cannot allow ourselves to cry. I think sometimes I cannot allow myself to cry. I'm trying to keep it together most of the time, but I think I just kept it like for so long. I have this tendency to keep it in for so long, and then one day I explode like a volcano, and like I just can't stop crying for days until I let it all out, and then I'm ready again, you know. So yeah, if you feel like crying, go ahead, cry. It's fine. Mm-hmm. I think another thing that I was not able to finish in the beginning though, um, I wanted to say this. I got distracted a little bit, but what I was saying is that um, back then when I started to get anxious because I would see comments, how people talk about me, and seeing so many people talk in a good way about me felt like I have to satisfy people with their expectations of me because I know that some people might have like this image of me in their head now and I don't know if I can fulfill it. And that's why I keep telling people every time, do not do not put people on a pedestal no matter who this is. You do not put people on a pedestal because sometimes I think we make, maybe on accidents, most of the time on accident, we make this like image of people in our mind, and when it's not gonna fit we get upset. And you need to keep in your mind that no matter how much you like a specific artist or something, they're still human. Like, they're not an angel, they cannot do everything completely right. Like at this point I just feel like um yeah, it's just because like it would also come, that's why I didn't like um again, that's also why I unfortunately stopped also That's why, for example, that's why I turned off my mentions on TikTok, because I felt like cannot keep up anymore. So I decided to, for my mental safety, I turned it off. Instagram, I turned off my DMs because I felt like I didn't have any privacy. I felt like everybody was in my space and I couldn't breathe. So what did I do? I decided to turn off my DMs, because why should I keep it on if I feel overwhelmed, right? And hell, guess what? It helped me. It helped me. I was able to hear silence, and I was able to hear my own thoughts again. You know, that's another thing. Do not let everyone near you. Like, not everyone, anyone, I think anyone, yeah. Basically, you need to be careful who you let near you, you know? Um because that can go also very wrong, I think. I think I said it right. mm, Honestly, I feel like I might have cried so much for the past few days. I don't feel like crying right now. I did think I mean, I did have a few moments in the stream where I did almost cry, but like I was trying to, because I know, oopsie, I know if I do start crying, I'm not gonna be able to talk. It's gonna be like, like I would start like crying and not being able to talk like an idiot. So like I had to kind of, obviously, to calm down so that I could able to talk. So, and I forgot again what I was saying. What did I say? Well, yeah. I think another topic that also, like, again, so that I did say that everything just piled up, right? Everything piled up, and one of the things that also piled up a lot for the past few days is just like, that's why I was holding myself back. I was like, do not react, like you don't, like it's not worth your time, you know? Like, just like art community, for example, right? I was being like, I was seeing like artists make videos about like other artists, or like making fun of other artists, and it's just like, it made me kind of sad. I was like, I literally thought to myself, why can't you just be nice? Like, why, like, why, why can we not just be nice to each other, you know? Um, but yeah, that passed too now. That's past. I gave up. Ah, oh no, yeah, I do think probably, yeah. But I guess for some people, because I do see people sometimes say that they do it for clout. But another thing that I do want people to remind of, that you need to understand what your audience is gonna be built off. Like, are you gonna have an audience that's gonna support you, or do you have an audience that's gonna turn on you because they like to make fun of people, right? Yeah, there was something else too. Okay. Oh yeah, people are mean on the internet. That's like, that's So yes. Mm, I've been just feeling like an open book lately. And I don't like feeling like that, honestly. Again, because I try to keep my brain calm so I can work and I can do my stuff and I can take care of things that I need to take care of. Because by the end of the day, nobody's gonna do it for me. So I have to be there for myself. And to be there for myself, I have to be mentally stable. So I'm gonna do the necessary steps that I need to be mentally stable, no matter what it's gonna take, right? And I'm just gonna do my work, right? Stop looking. Oh, you're disgusting. Not in front of the camera, girl. Yeah, ew. We are strong. Indeed, we are. Hi, Jen. I accidentally saw you there for a second. Usually the chat is very quick, so I barely can see it, but I saw you. We are strong. Indeed. Yes. Hmm. I keep thinking if there's something else that I forgot to say. Cause like as I said before, it's like I'm probably gonna do the stream like just once, right? Until maybe in the future, one day, who knows? But just thinking if I have something else. Oh, I have 2%. No, we have only 2%. Okay, I'm gonna take my phone like this. Give me a second. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Lola just said, please spamming. I'm not getting tired of the comments. I don't know exactly which comments you mean right now, but like every comment that people are writing, like that is like supportive, I appreciate it. I'm not getting tired of that. I'm just kind of, I guess, chill. I don't know. Oh shit. I don't know what I would do without this dog. I have no idea what I would do without you. Okay, okay. You smell. You smell. You smell. You smell. Oh. I'm okay. Thank you very much for asking. I think I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I thought that I thought I'm gonna get like more emotional, because I was very emotional for the past few days, and I was like, I thought maybe I'm gonna cry, maybe not. I was like, you know what? At this point, I just don't care. I'm just gonna talk. But I think, I guess I just cannot help but just like um trying to stay collected when I'm on camera. Hold on, let me see. Also, I'm sorry for the people that I couldn't see the donations off. Can I click on it so I can read the names? Is there a way I can read it? I don't know how it works from my phone. I'm sorry if I didn't notice the donation. I'll look at the donations after like the stream because I cannot look right now, unfortunately. So yes, if you as I told you before, if you feel like you want to cry, I allow you, go cry. I allow you to cry. Just let it out. Just let it out. And if you feel like you're alone, you know, in the moment while you're crying, remember there's probably somebody out there that's going through the same thing as you. Because like there's so many people on this earth, right? So you're not crying alone. There are like a lot of people like you who are like going through something, and they're probably trying their best, and they're probably also break down crying and just feel like weak and tired and just tired of everything probably, but they're still gonna keep going. They're still gonna keep going, and so are you, right? Thank you, Ali. So we're whenever we think we're alone, we're not. If you think about it that way, you know. I also noticed that lately whenever um whenever I go to sleep, it's just like I don't know, maybe you should try it out. I'm not saying though you should, but it may be like because it's helping me personally lately. I started doing this like on accident. I didn't do it on purpose, but it was a comfortable like position for me, and then I realized why, you know. I literally like when I go to sleep, I start to literally hug myself. Like that's literally how I fall asleep. Like most of the time like that basically. I don't know, maybe I just like my arms to be tucked in basically. I don't like my arms lying around all the time. I like to be like in a little cocoon sometimes, you know. But I have it from my mom because my mom does the same thing, honestly. So yeah, man, I actually thought about going back to therapy. Eh, you know what's funny? Before I end the stream, I am gonna tell you one thing. A year ago, somewhere a year ago, I think, right? I had my last session with my therapist, and we went through the same question bow or whatever, you know, where you have to like basically answer questions to so that the therapist can see where you at are like mentally, and then and I had to do this test again after going there like for 3 or 4 years, um and the results like were so much better. She was like, yeah, like you got so much better. I think I'm it was something like something like, I'm not saying it was specifically like that, but I think she said that when I started to go to the therapy, the depression level, maybe it was not depression, what was it, depression phase, no, anyway, there was like something with 70%. I was not doing good. I was doing 70% shitty. Okay. something with 70% or something, right? And basically, after like 3-4 years of therapy, I did the same. I answered the same questions, and it went like from 70 to, I don't know, maybe like 20 or 30. So I was definitely doing so much better. I was doing so much better, and she told me that. She was like, she told me like, I don't know if you want to keep doing therapy because um you went through all lessons, and honestly, the things you wanted to work on, you already figured it out. And I was super happy, obviously, because for me that was like, I realized that I made progress and I managed to actually put the work in. That was that, I'm telling you, that was so much fun. That was so much, but um it's just nice knowing that I actually managed to do this. Like, I was it was so, like, it was such an impossible task in my brain because of how emotional I would get. Like, I would take things, like, I would feel sometimes I would feel like I'm overreacting, right? Sometimes I would feel like I'm overreacting, and I would feel like I'm being too much, because I would just like react very emotional. And I thought to myself, I have no idea how to fix that because it's just simply how I feel. And when I start to feel like that, I cannot control it. So I couldn't control my emotions. However, I managed. I managed to find ways that help me to keep my relationships, and keep myself happy at the same time, because I think I used to almost suffocate people with how I was, and maybe I was about to kind of push people away from me with my behavior. Um, but thankfully it didn't happen. Cause yeah, everything worked out in the end. So that's good. That's good, right? Was there something else that I wanted to say? I forgot. I think before I was ending it, I forgot kind of. But anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, now let me see. Yes, I think that's gonna be it for today. I think I talked about the things that been bothering me back then, and things that have been bothering me for the past few days. But I think since I was able to calm down finally, I think tomorrow is gonna be like just a new start. You know? Maybe there's gonna be more bumps on the road soon enough, but it's fine. So yes. I think before I end it, like I said, I have nothing else that I wanted to mention. Um, Again, I do hope that maybe, um, this gave you like a different perspective on things. Um, Again, I hope that you're all gonna figure it out. If you're not doing well, because this year has been rough. That's also another thing. This year has been rough, and I hope y'all being nice to yourself. right? So, yes. Mm, so I think that's it. Take care of yourself. Get yourself a little treat today, you know? And thank you for listening too. Thank you for your support. I highly appreciate it. That was very nice of you to listen and to participate and to be there for me, basically. Okay. I'm so bad at saying goodbyes. I'm actually the worst person to say goodbyes. I don't know how to do that. But yeah. Goodbye. How do I end this live stream? Goodbye, goodbye. Oh yeah, I found it. Okay, now final goodbye.